Hey, I think we should start here. Should KD have played in Game 5?
I'm not going to engage in revisionist history from the standpoint that people look at what transpired and they think that's proof in the pudding. You know what? Before the game, he wasn't injured. I would have played him based on what the Warriors tell me. The Warriors told me he was cleared by doctors. The Warriors told me that multiple doctors and trainers collaborated with one another in order to make the decision. The Warriors told me that they thought that he was ready to go. You know, they didn't give a percentage, but I was thinking along the lines they had told me prior, immediately when the injury took place weeks ago, Jalen, Max, Molly, that he wouldn't come back unless he was at least at 75, 80% or so. That's what they had said weeks ago. So I'm surmising they thought that he was at least at that. And then I watched KD. And I watched KD dancing in the hallways. I watched him on the layup line looking pretty good, dunking the basketball. I saw him hit his first three-point shots. He was flowing. I thought he was en route to dropping about 30 or 40 last night. I thought he got away from himself because after he started making shots and feeling good, I thought some of the defensive plays, the effort that he put forth was unnecessary. I thought him trying to take somebody off the dribble and finding himself in those situations as opposed to just simply catching and shooting, considering the fact that he's 6'11" with a 7'6" wingspan, didn't need to do all of that. I thought that was stuff that he could have managed a bit better. But I also want to go to Bob Myers and his mom, because I think that their emotions were somewhat aligned in this regard. When you saw Bob Myers be emotional, say of it what you will, he's clearly blaming himself because ultimately the decision was his and he cleared him and he feels bad. Well, why does he feel bad? He feels bad because in his heart of hearts, he believes, to some degree anyway, that he caved in to what Mama Durant was alluding to, talking about heart, whether he was committed to the team, et cetera, et cetera. The reason why that's very, very relevant is because you know Kendrick Perkins. I know Kendrick Perkins. You all know Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins is a former teammate of Kevin Durant's with OKC, and obviously he is a friend. And we've seen Kendrick Perkins mad on several occasions. I've never seen him more angrier than he was last night. Maybe he was mad when he fought Zach Randolph in the hallways years ago. But outside of that, I've never seen him angrier. And he was angrier and disgusted because he felt like Kevin Durant should not have played. He confided in me that he told Kevin Durant he shouldn't play. And that essentially he wasn't quoting Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant gave the impression that that chitter-chatter, people questioning him, his character, et cetera, was what was compelling him to go out there. So Mama Durant, Bob Myers, Kendrick Perkins all seem to have this thought process in mind that Kevin Durant played last night, not necessarily because he was ready, but because he was hell-bent on proving that he had that kind of heart. Take of it what you will.
I said yesterday, sitting in this seat on this show, at this time yesterday, 24 hours ago, you don't play if you're Kevin Durant. Because if you are not 100%, if your doctor, not the team, whatever, your person is telling you something like, I can imagine, yeah, you can play. But understand, as is frequently the case in these kind of injuries and what led to it, you now there's a higher risk that you can re-injure that leg. And that'll be a catastrophic injury, right? That could affect the rest of your career. No one comes back from an Achilles 100% like they used to be, especially not at KD's age. Dominique's the only one. Dominique came back as a great player. That's the only basketball player that I can think of that did it.